It's time for some damn good tacos in college football. We're excited to announce our title sponsor, Torchys Tacos, for the Arkansas Football Report with Otis Kirk, and the new addition to the Hogville.net family, the Arkansas pregame show starring former Hog running back Marshall Foreman, hosted by Jason Pattison. If you're looking for a place to unwind and call the Hogs, Torchys is the place. Torchys' location on MLK in Fayetteville is the proud host of the Arkansas pregame show, and it will air 2 hours prior to kickoff of each Fayetteville home game. The Arkansas Football Report airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. in Rogers. Check out the full-service bar on the patio or in the restaurant while you cheer Arkansas on to victory. Torchys has you covered with the daily drink specials or the taco of the month with their queso that's made in-house fresh daily. Torchys has 2 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas, which happen to be the only 2 locations here in the great state of Arkansas. They have you covered for some damn good tacos, and go Hogs. And good evening, Razorback Nation. It is February 6th, 2025, and you are here live tonight. Torchys Tacos and Rogers. Got Marcus right here beside me, managing partner here for Torchys Tacos and Rogers. We're going to talk about the taco of the month here in just a second. I want to say thank you to Torchys locations in Rogers and Fayetteville for their hospitality that they show us each and every week. Also, be sure to tune in and subscribe and like the Hogville.net YouTube channel, where you can find all of the current and past shows from Marshall, myself, Kevin, Dudley, and Otis. So, also, want to thank Carbless Cocktails for all of their support too as well. You have 9 different flavors, 8 in vodka, 1 in tequila, which happens to be a pretty darn good one, Marcus. I've had that one. They are 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 carbs and 100 calories. So be sure to check out them. Also, check out the taco of the month here at Torchys Tacos, which happens to be the hipster. And Marcus is going to talk a little bit about that in just a second. Pair that with their house-made queso that is made in-house fresh daily, or any of the great tacos that they have up there on the board. So make sure to come over to Torchys and open your taste buds to a whole new world. Marcus, man, tell me a little bit about this taco of the month you guys have right now.
Yeah, Jason. So thank you, first of all. Yeah. And, Torchys Tacos, we really focus on damn good tacos, the best ingredients, sourcing those out. Every month, we try to bring something special to our great followers, all of our guests that come in, even our first timers. This month is no different. So this month's taco, like you said, is the hipster. Mm-hmm. It is a fish taco. We actually use yellowfin tuna. Ooh, nice. That we take on this one. It's delicious, man. We do a panko breading. We fry it for about 30 seconds, get a nice brown coating on the outside. Stays nice and rare on the inside, but it is sushi grade tuna, so it's a very good, high quality stuff.
Nice.
We put that on a bed of green chilies and bacon, all made in-house on a flour tortilla. We top that with some black bean corn relish, very similar to one of our other seafood tacos, the Mr. Orange. It's delicious. A little bit of powdered cheese on top of that. A little hint of our avocado sauce, which has a nice kick to it, but a ton of flavor. Put a little lime, little cilantro on that. Obviously, for all those cilantro guys out there, it is a customizable taco, so you don't have to deal with that cilantro if you don't want to. But all those flavors come together: the tuna, the bacon, the avocado sauce, the crunch of that panko breading comes together like crazy. We've only had it for a few days so far, and everybody's had a lot of good things to try to say about it.
I said we're just 6 days into the month so far. They've been flying off the shelves.
Flying off the shelves, man. Normally for a taco of the month for us, the first week is usually the tryout week, is what I like to call it. So we'll get about 10, a day. But this one started off to the races. We sold 33 our first day, which is really, really cool for us.
That's excellent.
So if you guys haven't had it before, come on in and try that taco of the month. It's delicious.
Man, you're making me hungry over here. I'm going to have to get some tacos after this.
I got one for you, man. Come on.
Oh, you got it, man. All right, y'all. Let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Otis Kirk. Otis, how you doing, man?
I listen to all this food, guys. I need to be in Rogers, man. It's just sitting here at the house watching TV.
Bring it on down. Bring it on down.
No, I'm doing good. Hadn't been on here in a while, man. Been lazy but no, I'm looking forward to it. Always good to see Marcus, man, and Jason, of course, and just talking NBA with Jason and Marcus before we went on the air. Marcus, Jason's feeling great about the Spurs, and of course I'm feeling really good about the Lake Show. So,
dude, Your Lakers, Luka Doncic single-handedly changed the entire schedule for ESPN himself. And that's why Arkansas starting at 7:30 and not 7 now.
Yeah, I'm proud though because the Lakers were going to play at 8 Saturday night. Now they're playing at 3, so I can watch the Lakers and then turn around and cover the Arkansas game right after that, and not be last Saturday night or whatever when they played Kentucky. I was watching the Arkansas
last Saturday
game on the laptop and the Lakers on TV. Last night was nice to just get to watch them on TV, not have to be sharing it with the Lakers. But no,
that's a win-win for you, Otis.
Yeah, hey, Coach Cal's got them playing great basketball right now. I mean, they're winning. I mean, I call that great basketball. I mean, when you win, I said going in, they really had to win a lot of road games. I mean, home games because the road games in the SEC would be hard to come by. They won 2 in a row on the road, man, and beat Texas and beat Kentucky. So both games they were the underdog. So it's a big win. I hope they'll pack the place Saturday night. I'm not even going to say I hope they do. They will. They'll pack the Fred Walton Saturday night, and it should be a good one. Alabama's number 3, if I'm not mistaken, in the country. I do basketball for the newspapers, but not for us. I don't step on Kevin's toes, but hey, it's good to be excited about basketball and so excited about anything with the Razorbacks because, man, we have enough downtime. It's good to be excited about anything. Van Horn getting ready to start it up. I know softball started today. So, hopefully the baseball team's going to be pretty good. We say that every year, and they are really good. But then the last 2 seasons have ended such disappointment, in the regional that kind of put a damper on the season. But when you step back and look at it, they did have good teams both years. They've always has a good team. I mean, but it's good. He's to the point, and it's a compliment to him that good's not really good enough. You got to be great, and that's what people expect. And that's what you want to be. That's the way I look at the Lakers. Good is not good enough. You want to be great. I'm not saying they're great, they're not, but I'm just saying that's what you want. That's what you strive for. If you want to be average, that's one thing. But Dave Van Horn's been here so long and done such a great job, and people expect them to be great, not good. And so a good season doesn't really cut it. So we'll see what they are. Hopefully they'll gotta have a lot of baseball is involved with luck, man. Playing baseball at playing hot ball at the right time of the year, and stuff. And avoiding the injuries. He's had some bad luck with key injuries to pitchers the last few years too. Key pitchers, all injuries are not the same. He's had some bad luck with a bunch of pitchers getting hurt.
They have, and one of the things that I talked to Dudley about, which, by the way, tomorrow, 10:30 tomorrow morning, which is the Arkansas Diamond Report with Dudley Dawson. Y'all tune in to the YouTube channel or on hogville.net under the live tab, and you can go directly in and watch that as well. We're talking about this. You were just saying last 2 years they've dipped out of regionals early. The reason why I thought that they should be 15th to 18th is because the core players that are coming back off of that team last year that kind of sputtered at the end of the season, some are coming off of injury. Mm-hmm. And then you have a mix of a bunch of new guys on top of that. And Dave is trying to get them to gel as best he can, the quickest he can. Now, I know that a lot of folks are really trounced on me on social media regarding this because I did think that Arkansas should be middle of the pack. That gives them some room to grow. That gives them some room to improve and gives them something to fight for. Whenever you put a team up there 4th or 5th in the nation, that just puts a target on their back. That doesn't give them time to kind of gel together and then come together and then start to take teams out, left and right. But now they're the hunted, not the hunters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Dudley's got a much better pulse for the baseball team than I do. I'll be the first to admit that. He's got a good finger on the pulse of that team. But I will say this: I've written stories and stuff, and I feel like that Dave's just the point that if everything, last year Diggs was hurt. It wasn't just pitching. Diggs was hurt all year, man. That kid, he caught a lot of flack, but he was hurt, man. I mean, so baseball, like I said, it's a long season. You need luck. You need to avoid the injuries and have a little luck along the way. If you do that, you've got a chance. And I going in, they've got a chance to be a really good team. Now, how it'll play out, who knows? But I do think that going in, they've got a chance to be pretty good. I agree with you. I don't know, care where they're ranked, but if probably be easier for them if they weren't ranked real high and kind of, come in and prove it and not be the hunted, and have a target on the, but they will. But I think Dave and them can handle that. They got a really good pitching staff.
Yeah.
Iredale and some of these guys at third, some of the players.
Brett Iredale is a name that you guys
got to have those guys play up. The shortstop did last year, and the third base got to do it this year. And catcher's back. They expect him to be one of the better ones in the country. Helfrich. So we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully, it turned out good.
I'm excited for the middle infield for Arkansas, which I started to coin a little bit last year, but I'm gonna go full throttle now between Nolan Souza and Vahiva Aloy, which is the Pineapple Power Alley. Oh yeah, both Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man.
I want to say thank you to congratulations to Courtney Deifel. She got her first win of the season tonight against Texas State, a 3-1 victory on the road in San Marcos, Texas. The ladies are really starting off on a great foot down there in Texas.
Yeah, they're good every year. They're good. The expectations are high for them, and I know they're wanting to get to Oklahoma City, and they probably have the talent to do it. Just there again, you just got to get some breaks along the way. I know they came close a few years ago. I was over at Covenant, Texas, beat them in the finals of their own super regional, I guess, or regional, whatever it was. But hopefully Arkansas can come out of this thing. And like I said, fans, they deserve some good teams. Be it football, basketball, baseball, track's been good, soccer's been good. But see softball and baseball maybe turn the momentum around here and end the school year on a good note here for those two sports at least.
I'm going to tell you what, Hog fans have been really clamoring for some wins between the way the Razorback basketball started off, the way that football was 6-6. The fan base is looking and grasping at straws, but it seems like with Cal turning it around, Arkansas baseball really on track, softball getting their first win tonight, things are starting to pick up some momentum in the right direction. And honestly, that's exactly what they need. If you have any thoughts or questions, comments, or concerns, throw those up there. We'll go over those live here on air. Really quick, Otis, Dallas Lee 86 thinks that Arkansas is going to win Saturday by 5 and says that Alabama turns the ball over 14 times a game. So we'll let Kevin kind of go over that. But at the same time, you got those comments. We'll throw those up too as well.
Yeah. I hope Nate Oates is in the wrong place at the wrong time Saturday night, I'm not a Nate Oates fan, man. Wrong place, wrong time. So we'll see about that. I'd love to see Arkansas beat on. Nate Oates is about like Hugh Sleeves, my book, and football, man, and Drinkowitz and those Dorkowitz and all those characters. But I will say this in basketball real quick, and then I'll get off of it. But I feel like the LSU and Oklahoma losses for Arkansas in basketball are going to be about like Oklahoma State in football. It's going to bite them in the butt at the end of the year. Those are going to be the ones that bite. Oklahoma State bit them in the butt. I know they still won 6. They did this and did that. But, that kept them maybe going to a little bit higher bowl. Just games that you should not lose. They should have beaten LSU and Oklahoma, but I'll leave it at that.
Yep. All right, well, Otis, we're going to take a quick pause here for just a second on the other side of the break. We're going to talk about your 5 freshmen that you wrote about that you think are going to have a possible major impact on the Arkansas football team, not only going into the fall, but actually going into this spring. And because with spring practice firing up in less than 30 days, I mean, that's right there. That's football season's back on again.
Coming up.
It is. These
seasons never end, Jason. None of them. They never end, man. None of them. They never end.
That is so true.
Course, man.
All right, y'all. We will be back here in just a moment.
Y'all, it's time for some damn good tacos in college football. We're excited to announce our title sponsor, Torchys Tacos, for the Arkansas Football Report with Otis Kirk, and the new addition to the Hogville.net family, the Arkansas pregame show starring former Hog running back Marshall Foreman, hosted by Jason Pattison. If you're looking for a place to unwind and call the Hogs, Torchys is the place. Torchys' location on MLK in Fayetteville is the proud host of the Arkansas pregame show, and it will air 2 hours prior to kickoff of each Fayetteville home game. The Arkansas Football Report airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. in Rogers. Check out the full-service bar on the patio or in the restaurant while you cheer Arkansas on to victory. Torchys has you covered with the daily drink specials or the taco of the month with their queso that's made in-house fresh daily. Torchys has 2 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas, which happen to be the only 2 locations here in the great state of Arkansas. They have you covered for some damn good tacos, and go Hogs.
And welcome back to the Arkansas Football Report with Otis Kirk, here live at Torchys and Rogers, and also we'll be switching locations here and there between Rogers and Fayetteville and showing everybody a little bit of love every week. So make sure to stop by Torchys Tacos to check out their taco of the month, which is the Hipster, which is a tuna taco. I think that's kind of interesting. It might be pretty good if tuna is your dig. And also thanks to Carbless Cocktails, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 100 calories per can. You can find those here at Torchys or at any of your local grocers. So, Otis, let's get back to this. Now, 5 freshmen that can make some noise in 2025. You wrote a story about this last week. I wanted to touch on it with you a little bit. I want to get a little bit of the background on where your thinking came from with all of that.
Well, first, when you talk about the portal kids, people ask me who you think will make an impact. I think all of them will. They don't recruit the portal to not make impact. Those are kids they recruit to make an impact. Unless there might be a case where there's a young kid out there that they take and they're going to redshirt him, or bring him along slowly. Yeah. But those kids they signed in the portal are all freshmen anymore. Kind of get lost in the shuffle because they do depend on the portal kids for an impact. But part of it's positions. Okay, for instance, the kicker. That's an obvious. It's obvious thinking there why I chose the kicker because they lost the ones they had. So I'm looking at the kicker being an impact player, and as Sam said, he better be because they need him, and they had some issues there with consistency this year. But Scott's one of the best in the country. One service has him rated number 1, but need. And then on the defensive tackle, Kevin Otis, I just feel like he's got the size, the maturity, the speed, the size, and everything to come in and make an impact immediately, even if it's just depth, Jason. I'm not saying he'll come in and start. He could, but I do think he'll come in and make a big impact somewhere in the rotation. And then I named the linebacker, Tavion Wallace, I think he was the number 1 player probably in the class if you go by rankings, and they didn't get any linebackers out of the portal. They lost a few to the portal, but they didn't sign any. But they've got a lot of them coming back. But I think Tavion is somebody that will come in there and be in the rotation. You figure, Story and Dix will start. But I can see Wallace being in the rotation, Jason. Just there again, a need, the numbers, plus he got the size, speed, maturity to do it. And then the receiver, man, honestly, I don't think they signed a better player than Antonio Jordan. I know he's not the highest rated. He's a 3-star, but he wasn't interested in stars. He didn't even put out a highlight film. But Antonio Jordan, to me, maybe the best player they signed. I mean, I think he's a 5-star. I really do. But I could see him with the receivers they lost. They got C.J. Brown coming back and not a whole lot else, that's played. And so they signed a lot in the portal, probably signed another one. And, but Antonio Jordan to me is a kid that definitely will play. And I think he can make a big impact. I think he could possibly start. He's that good. Although it's a kicker, defensive tackle, linebacker, and a wide receiver. My 5th one was the quarterback. And people said if they started a freshman quarterback, they're in trouble. Well, here's what you got to understand. They have Taylen Green. Behind him, they've got a young kid in KJ Jackson. And they've got these 2 freshmen. They don't have anything. Well, Blake Boda, but I mean, I don't think he can make an impact. So you're what I'm getting at is you're an injury to Taylen Green away from one of these young guys having to make an impact. So that's why I put it on there. Yeah, I'm not by any stretch saying they're going to beat out Taylen Green. They're not. But an injury to Taylen Green, hey, Malachi Singleton came in and helped them win the Tennessee game.
Yeah, Malachi single-handedly. If he doesn't step in,
He and
that
Braylon
game's
Russell.
over.
Huh?
I said if he doesn't step,
it was him and Braylon Russell. Yeah.
he doesn't step in, he doesn't scramble, he doesn't get that first down, Arkansas does not win that game.
Well, he had a big pass to start that drive. He and Braylon Russell played a bigger role in the Tennessee game as anybody, and they didn't start. That's what I'm saying. So I think you're an injury to Taylen Green. Away from one of them guys, somebody having to make an impact. And I'm not ready to say it'll be the kid from California, Madden. I think Grayson Wilson is just as good or better. I think he's just as good. I'm a big Grayson Wilson fan. And so I think Grayson Wilson could come in and KJ Jackson and them, it's going to be a battle. And KJ and Grayson will be there this spring. Madden didn't make it in at midterm. So it's going to be interesting to see which between Grayson and KJ and Blake Boda, who takes that second string in spring, and then has to fight off Madden when he gets here in the summer. But it's going to be an interesting journey. But that's why to explain why I put the quarterbacks on there. There were some questions about that because you're an injury to Taylen Green away from somebody young having to take that role, be it KJ Jackson or be it one of those two freshmen. That's where you're at. You don't have a Malachi Singleton sitting behind Taylen Green this year. You've got young players that have little or no experience. KJ, what did he play? 2 or 3 series all season?
Yeah.
Did he play 2 series, I believe, against UAPB?
Yep.
1 or 2 series against UAPB, and I don't know. I don't think he played after that. Maybe he did. I don't remember it, but I'm just saying he didn't get any experience. He doesn't have any experience, and these 2 freshmen have 0 game experience in the SEC.
I think he may have got one.
They've all played, but they don't have game experience. And so, but that's where you're at as far as a backup quarterback. And with Taylen Green being a running quarterback, being an injury possibility, that's why I put one of them on there because I think that could be a position of have to make an impact.
How important would it be for Sam to keep KJ Jackson here on campus? I know that, you've got Madden Amaliava coming in. And Grayson Wilson, those 2 guys start to light it up a little bit. And if there's some writing on the wall, do you think that there's a possibility where KJ Jackson might move in that spring portal?
Oh, it's always. I'd never say anybody's not a possibility to move in that, Jason. I mean, that's just. I'd say Taylen Green's not a possibility, but other than that, I think anything's possible. I think KJ will stick it out at least another year, but that's a position quarterback where they don't. Quarterback, you don't see the grass grow under them most of the time for very long.
No,
I mean that they get out here, not just here but anywhere. KJ Jefferson stayed longer than most of them do. I mean, he redshirted and has played behind Felipe Franks. He played behind, guys for a while. And so, but you don't see very many KJ Jeffersons doing that, So, but I think KJ Jackson will stay for the season. Beyond that, who knows what will happen? But he may beat those guys out. Who knows? I'm not saying he won't beat both those guys out. What I'm saying is that was a story about true freshmen, and that's why I didn't include KJ Jackson.
Yep.
To me, KJ. That's why I didn't include him because I'm not writing him at all by any stretch of the imagination. But the story was about the incoming freshmen or the guys that are here now. Actually, for the most part, Madden's not, but Grayson is.
Yep. I want to touch on this too. I want to say congratulations to Isaac Teslaw and also Landon Jackson. Had a great Reese's Senior Bowl. They performed well. They performed well during the practices. Heard rave reviews from some of the NFL coaches and scouts that were there, and I thought it was nice to see them get some love. I mean, Arkansas was on TV most weeks, but and I know that. Landon got a lot of love from, just from simple fact he was starting every game. But with Isaac finally coming in there and showing that he might be able to be a possession receiver at the NFL level, he's sure-handed.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see Isaac get hooked up with the Detroit Lions. That's his dream team. And I'd love to see Isaac go to the Lions and become a player for them because I think it would mean a lot more to Isaac to play for – he'll play for anybody. But I think it would mean a lot more to him to play for the Lions, and it'd be something. it'd be about like me if I ever grew up played for the Lakers. I mean, that's kind of where that's what was his dream, being a Detroit Lions. And so that we'll see how it works out. But I think Isaac can play in the NFL because one thing about him is he'll play special teams. He'll do anything to help the team, and not just be a receiver. He will play special teams. He will block. A lot of receivers don't like to block like he does. He's willing to do anything. I like him. And Landon Jackson's got a lot of talent. Felt like his season really started off slow this season. I think he probably was partially injured or something, but whatever. But he came on and played better. But I'm telling you, if everything clicks for Landon Jackson, he can dominate at any level, including the NFL.
Oh yeah. I want to bring this up really quick because we've got the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. We're not going to be able to meet up until after then. I want to get your Super Bowl prediction coming into this Sunday.
I'll take the Rams. If it hadn't been snowing in Buffalo that time, if they hadn't been snowing, they would have beaten Philadelphia. I said Buffalo, but it was snowing in Philadelphia that day, and the Rams fumbled twice. I'm telling you, they would have beaten the Eagles. But I got to go with Kansas City. I hope Philadelphia wins it, Jason. I'm for Philadelphia, but I really don't care. But I've got to go with the Chiefs. Betting against Patrick Mahomes is kind of like betting against LeBron James, man. I just don't do a whole lot of it. You don't do it a whole lot because you'll come up on the short end of the stick if you do. I think Mahomes will find a way to win, and the Chiefs, Kelsey, all those guys will find a way to win. But I do think the Rams would have – in all seriousness, I do think the Rams would have beaten the Eagles had it not been snowing that day.
Yeah.
Because those two fumbles killed them. And I would love to have seen the Rams take on the Chiefs this Sunday. It would have meant something. It would have meant something to me. This game Sunday – I don't really care who wins. I think Kansas City will. If you push me in a corner and said you got to pick one, I'd be for Philadelphia, but I still think Kansas City will win it.
The last couple of Super Bowls have came down to this. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Kansas City's also had a couple of playoff games that have came down to this where Kansas City was either down or tied. Less than 5 minutes left. Patrick Mahomes makes a play with his legs and sets them up for a final score to take for the win.
I see 90% of their games this year have been coming down to the end. It looked like they were beat. I didn't watch much of the Chiefs, but every game it looked like they were going to get beat, man. And they find a way to win it. I'm going to tell you what, though. I will say this: I got a lot of respect for Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. I really like those two guys. Neither one played at Arkansas, but I really like Barkley. And I love Barkley, and I like Jalen Hurts a lot. So we'll see how that works out. Those are the two reasons I'm for the Eagles, with those two guys. But I really don't care who wins. But as I said, I think Kansas City will.
I got a little stat for you here, Otis. Mm-hmm. The last two league leading rushers that reached the Super Bowl, Christian McCaffrey last year and Sean Alexander back in 2005, both lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I'm not saying it could happen, but the trend is not good for Saquon and the Eagles.
Right. No, I think Kansas City will win it. I do. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't care, but I just wish the Rams were in it, but they're not. And we'll see. But it'll be interesting. But Kansas City, man, they find ways to win. That's what winners do. And Mahomes does that. He's a winner, man.
They do. Otis, really quick, Angel has a question for you. She said, who is the young kid, in-state receiver that's coming in 2025? I think we kind of mentioned him a second ago.
He's coming in 2025?
Yes.
That was Antonio Jordan, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's Antonio Jordan that I talked about. Yeah, he's from Warren, Arkansas. And I'm telling you, he is he's as good as anybody in this class.
6'4" stud, man.
Yeah, well, more like about 6'6", really.
Really?
6'6"? More like 6'6", yeah. 230. He looks like a tight end, Jason. He runs like a wide receiver, runs like a deer. I'm telling you, this kid's 3-star, but he's as good as anybody in this class. And he didn't even make a highlight. But, yeah, Antonio Jordan is the in-state kid you're thinking about. And, he's really good. I'm not just saying that. He really is. He's good. You'll see.
Yep, we'll see.
I think he could start this year. He and Crutchfield are two of the best to come out of the state in a while. Courtney Crutchfield.
Yeah.
I love those two kids.
I want to see Charlie Collins make some noise. Courtney's
He
cousin.
will.
I think it'd be fun.
John Henderson, Charlie Collins, Courtney Crutchfield. Those are all good. I mean, how much different would that class of 24 look like if Courtney Crutchfield and the big lineman went to Oregon? What Shaq,
Jerome McCoy. Yeah, Shaq McCoy
came to Arkansas. They're both 4 stars. Almost 5 stars. If they decided with Arkansas, people would look at that class completely different. But they're here now.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun next year. Well, real quick, Otis, I want to congratulations with the Lakers and the splash that they made there with Luka at the trade deadline. Spurs, that they did pretty good. I was waiting to see if Dudley's Celtics were going to make any moves, and I didn't really see them do anything. I don't know if they really needed to, but they didn't shore up their bench any either.
No, they did. They traded Springer, but I don't know. They didn't make a major move, but I don't think they needed to. I still think Boston is the best team in the NBA. I watched them beat Cleveland night before last. They're playing right now against the Mavericks, I think. I'm gonna turn it on, and then I'm gonna watch the Lakers and Golden State after that. But tonight, Boston didn't. But yeah, Boston really didn't need to. But there again, I mean, I don't think there's a team that can't be beat in the NBA. But I do think Boston's the best team in the East. I think Cleveland is right there, and I like them getting the kid from Atlanta, Hunter. I like that.
Yeah.
But Lakers did well. Spurs did well.
Yep.
Oklahoma City's a great team.
Hey, Spurs, or not Spurs, but the Grizzlies and the Thunder are going to be playing tomorrow night. Chet Holmgren's finally going to get to come back off of injury.
Well, yeah, Houston Rockets is a team that's really good. If people kind of written off it.
Greg Thomas's team right there.
They're really good. Yeah, Houston Rockets are good.
Okay, I got to ask you this. When this happened last night, I was on a podcast over in Nashville. Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors.
Yeah.
I could not believe that.
I'm just glad he's not playing tonight, Jason. I'm glad he's not
the
playing
Lakers.
Tonight. Yeah, get them out of the way before he gets over. That guy's a good ball player. I don't think he's as good as, like, say, a Doncic or somebody like that, or an Anthony Davis, but he's a good ball player, and he will help Golden State. When you look at that team, though, Steph Curry and Draymond are all really, really old. They're all very old players, and they've got about a 2-year window there to do something. If they don't, they're going to go down if they don't, because they really got 3 key players that are all 36, really old, but they're good. They're good. Steph Curry could shoot lights out. Draymond was good defensive player as anybody, and then Butler's a winner, man. That's a guy that you can say, well, he doesn't do this well, he doesn't do that well, but all I know is he may be shooting 30% from the 3, and when it comes down at the end of the game and they need a basket, he'll make it every time and shoot 100%. So he's a winner, man. He's like Mahomes. He's a winner,
Yep. Well, Otis, man, thank you for jumping on tonight, and we will be live next week at 7 o'clock here at Torchys. So I want to thank everybody for jumping on with us tonight. Everybody, thank you for all of the messages over here on the sidebar too as well. And just keep them coming when we come on next time. For Otis, myself, Jason, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and go Hogs.
Thanks, Jason.
Y'all, it's time for some damn good tacos in college football. We're excited to announce our title sponsor, Torchys Tacos, for the Arkansas Football Report with Otis Kirk, and the new addition to the Hogville.net family, the Arkansas pregame show starring former Hog running back Marshall Foreman, hosted by Jason Pattison. If you're looking for a place to unwind and call the Hogs, Torchys is the place. Torchys' location on MLK in Fayetteville is the proud host of the Arkansas pregame show, and it will air 2 hours prior to kickoff of each Fayetteville home game. The Arkansas Football Report airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. in Rogers. Check out the full-service bar on the patio or in the restaurant while you cheer Arkansas on to victory. Torchys has you covered with the daily drink specials or the taco of the month with their queso that's made in-house fresh daily. Torchys has 2 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas, which happen to be the only 2 locations here in the great state of Arkansas. They have you covered for some damn good tacos, and go Hogs.